All right, hello everyone. This is Jay High from Couch and Keyboard, and I noticed that something pretty big is coming up, and it's the compendium for Full House Siege coming in just a few days. So this was a pretty big deal of an invitational last year. The original Full House, I believe, saw the first Moki win over Zane, and just a lot of really good sets. We saw Now Invitational later in the year. It's just good to have like kind of the twice a year invitational structure. And instead of them both being Summit, we have Full House and Now Invitational kind of alternating. And that's really cool. So far, we have 7 players invited, which I was trying to figure out what exactly the reason for why each player was picked. Turns out they picked the 6 players based off of their algorithm for their rankings. Because Lucky Sevens, this is the company running it, and they kind of have like it used to be like a Smashers app, Smash Data. No, it's Supermajor.eg. Lucky Sevens has one as well. It also has like a Elo. I think it's like ALG, some kind of like. There's a few different systems for rankings, and I haven't really used it yet. I mean, competition is nice, so maybe I'll check it out. But yeah, so they actually had Jmook at number 6. The top 5 was the same. Zane, Cody, HBox, pretty solidly above. Joshman and Moki at 4 and 5, and then Jmook. I didn't really follow the rankings super closely at the end of the year. I felt like SDJ was like definitely in the conversation, but I guess the HBox and Cody wins at Gauntlet weren't quite enough to carry. So Axe and Jmook were both above SDJ, and Axe was number 6 on the Melee Stats ranking, and on this ranking it was Jmook, which, I mean, Jmook had a crazy run at the end of the year. Even if it was based off of like top 5 and then Jmook going crazy, that would also make sense. And one name which people now realize is a legitimate name, but standing out, they just did like, because it was Bare Necessities where Rapim lost early to Zasa twice, the NC Puff. And then Zasa lost to Daytripper, and then Daytripper lost to Zane. And so Rapim didn't get to play, so they did a in-person grudge match that Rapim won after playing the online one. And it went pretty crazy. It wasn't just carried by online. So they tweeted out, they're like, you know what, we're just going to... let's see where it was. Yeah, here it is. They were like, you know what? That's fine. Like, if we get enough retweets, then we're going to invite them. Which I am in favor of. If you like a player, screw it. You can invite them. Like, I know some people are like, oh, it should only be merit-based. It's like, invite who you want. It's okay. Invitationals are fun. And it got to 250, so there will be a guaranteed set between Zane and Rapim, which there's going to be a lot of sets. I think they did Swiss last time, which is good. They don't quite do My Swiss. They do like a more traditional esports Swiss where it's like you get the you do like the, either you have 3 wins or 3 losses, so you have people that go 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, etc. Let's see, here it is. But yeah, so Rapim got invited, and then there were 2 players that were invited through Genesis X3, which Sunsei getting 3rd, Salt getting 4th after beating Joshman, Sunsei getting that HBox win and the Triff win, getting to winners finals. So good to see them. So the character representation we have. Also, one more LCQ out of the blue, which is turning to be pretty stacked. Last tournament of the first quarter of the year, which I'll have my quarterly rankings later on. But the character lineup, we have Marth, Fox, Puff, Fox, Sheik, Luigi, Fox, Falcon. So there's no Falcos, only one Sheik, no Peaches, no Pikachus, no DKs. So when it comes to voting, I'm looking at character diversity a lot. But for the voting, it's a little bit different. It's not a traditional voting thing. It's going to be open at March 1st, I think, at like 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Yeah, right here. And so, which last one was in Pennsylvania. I don't think they've. Oh, it is in Pennsylvania. So Eastern time. First player to get donations at 2,300 get the spot. I feel like that's kind of low. I feel like some players would just like pay it themselves, honestly, because that's not that much. Like, you probably spend like this is probably like 3 majors, and you get a lot of like top level guaranteed experience. So I could, in like food expenses, all this, like, yeah, if you lose, then I see that as a risk. But like, I could definitely see players fronting it. I feel like maybe do like 5K or something. I don't know. Either way, I think this is a good system. We'll see how it goes, but the people going for it is interesting. So I don't necessarily really need another Falcon. I I wouldn't mind having both Falcos. I think in the absence of Mango, having 2 Falcos that are fairly different in style would be great. Aklo, while I think that having Luigi Link be a possible matchup, I'm sure that Aklo and Rapim will play some other time. I don't really need Aklo. Fiction's cool, but I feel like I would rather have Ginger or Magi. Probably, I don't know, because Magi's entered more. Ginger's kind of stepped away. I thought that Ginger had a pretty interesting playstyle back when he entered more. But I think Magi, if you want to give it to her because she's been grinding more, I could see that. But these are probably my top 2, Magi and Ginger. Part of me wants OKP. I think mixing it up a little bit. But I think Axe has definitely earned it. So I wouldn't mind having OKP, but I'm probably leaning Axe. So I'm probably going for the 6 that I want, which I'm not putting any money towards it, but I probably want Magi, Axe, Ginger. There's Ices, which probably similar in terms of Slug versus Moth, comparing players for like what they could experience. Moth's been entering a ton, had a great run at Nouns Bowl. But I don't know, Slug has those peaks. Slug hasn't played a lot of players in the run back after that really good double down and really good Ludwig Smash Invitational. So I kind of want to see Slug. I feel like this is a good opportunity to see players that you don't see as often. So not quite for the same reason as like Axe or OKP, but I think I want Magi, Ginger, Axe, Slug. I want Aura. I like Aura. Aura's been going crazy. SDJ, I think, definitely deserves to be there as being a top 10 player. But I don't know, man. Crudo's getting a lot. MDVA, Day Tripper, and 7. There's already Zane and Rapim. So I feel like MDVA has decent representation. Agent was at one of them already. Magi, Ginger, Axe, Aura, Slug, and let's do Wizrobe. Let's have 2 Falcons. Probably see a Falcon Ditto. They haven't played, I don't think, in a while. So that's my 6. Magi, Axe, Wizrobe, Ginger, Slug, and Aura. So you can have your 6. You can comment below or wherever you find this. The 6 that you want. It opens pretty soon. I think it's going to be really fast. So I don't know if it's what Smash Valley is happening this weekend. If people are going to be like, okay, time out, let's see what happens with the votes. Like I don't know how, because I know with back when it was Smash GG, the loading after the voting took a long time. Sometimes I'm sure that website is going to get flooded. And because I mean, it could be over in literally 30 seconds. So mark your calendars for March 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern. Like it's going to be chaotic. And I mean, all these players I would like to see. Even ePoodle having another Marth is good because it like people get to get out their Marth frustration, or they get screwed over by another person. Spark's starting to come back more. I think beat Salt after Salt has been more in the Oregon area. Sparks, Salt, and Aura have been playing some. I don't know. Like a lot of these players, like none beat Josh Man last year. I'm pretty sure. Crudo got the full bloom win. Got the third place at tipped off. Like a lot of these players, I would not mind seeing. Even Zamu's had like Cody win and other things. Like I would not mind seeing a lot of these players. And so I think that kind of having like, I'm sure they're trying to filter out and having like the I forget the Melee Hell original guy, the like who tried to run the very first Smash Summit, like having Samara there, like, and I was a Yingling guy back in the day, but I do agree it's like, hey, like I want to see good Melee and I want to see people get meaningful data, and yeah, so I'm really excited to see this event. Out of the Blue is also going to be cool. I love the LCQ. I feel like the LCQ for Genesis wasn't really known about. I feel like this Invitational in general is not really known about. Like, it's just not really that like popping right now. And there's still 2 months, but the voting part's one of my favorite parts of Summit. When I'll just like refresh and see how the voting was. It's just cool. So a little different this year, but I'm excited. And yeah, if you want to front some cash, support your favorite player, here you go. Either way, I'll be watching both Out of the Blue and Full House Siege, and it's going to be some fun Melee. So yeah, peace out.